All right, just sitting down. I feel like I'm late to the show.
I've been here. I've been here. Been
You've
here
been
all
here
day.
for a bit.
All day.
All right, everybody, thanks for tuning in. I'm Chad Mislich, spotter for Driver X, Jon Reynolds Jr. And this is our new podcast that we're starting. Um, this is season 1, episode 1 tonight.
Yep.
And we're going to do these weekly, and we're going to talk about probably a lot of racing.
A lot of racing. Yes.
Yeah.
But we're gonna keep it real. We're gonna give when we're racing, it's wintertime now. We can just tell stories. But when we're racing, it's not gonna be, it's gonna be how we feel, how it went down.
Hence the name. Wide open. Right?
Right.
Our mouths are going to be wide open about what we feel, what we see.
You might not like it.
And how things come out. You might not like it.
You might not like it. But, we leave the racetrack sometimes and we didn't like it. Right?
Yeah.
But I think that's real I think fans will enjoy that more than the Mickey Mouse, thank you, all that crap.
Yeah. Yeah. Because you know what? We'll do these every week on Tuesday. We'll assess what we're thinking so we can put it all into perspective and say it right. How you feel.
I don't know. I might do some cursing by, I might still be cursing by Tuesday.
That's saying it right. I'm not saying cool off.
Oh, all right.
I'm saying about saying it right so people understand where we're coming from.
Yeah.
Right?
I understand.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So tonight, we're going to talk about April 26th, 2025. Your rollover. We put out a reel
Grundy.
about it
Gotcha.
this week. Hope you all tuned into that. If you didn't, you can get it on Reynolds X13, Reynolds Racing X13 on Facebook. Tune into that. That's where we post all our reels and videos and all that good stuff. Reynolds Racing X13 on Facebook.
Yeah.
And that's going to be the subject of tonight. We figure, you know what? We're going to do these maybe 15, 20 minutes long. We're not going to bore anybody. We're going to go through what actually happened, what we feel like happened, talk about it. And we got all winter to go through some things from the whole season. But we also want to talk about other things, too, through the winter, right?
Sure. Yeah, we got plenty of stories.
Yeah, there's plenty of stuff, plenty of stories. We're not going to bore everybody with season 2025, so.
Right. Yeah. It sucked anyway.
Well, that brings us to tonight. So, April 26th, 2025. Let's just go right into it. I mean, that's what we're here for,
Yeah.
Yeah. You worked hard. This was the first year, right, where you had 2 cars ready?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
We thought we were going to really, take off there.
Mm-hmm.
As far as having the yellow car ready and the white car ready for a good solid run at some championships, but day one didn't go well.
Well, let's lead up to it. Here it is, okay? This is how this works. We race a slinger full time.
Yes, we do.
All right.
That's our number one.
Number 1 is Slinger Speedway, world's fastest quarter mile.
Yeah. There's
Slinger,
14,
Wisconsin.
15, 16 races, whatever you want to call it.
20 late models almost every night.
Yep.
Great show.
Great show.
And we also race full time the Big 8 series.
Big 8, that's second on our list. Not that we, I don't want to call anybody first or second, but, you go by, like I said, Slingers 14, 15, 16 races, whatever. And then Big 8's 8 or 9, and then go down.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
So,
right. Well,
our main 2 focuses are for championships are Slinger and Big 8.
For points racing.
For points racing.
Yep. So now we're going into April 26, 2025. Okay. So now you got 2 cars ready. Here's the way that worked out that weekend. Saturday is a Spring Classic, Big 8 Series, in Grundy. Okay.
Yep.
We're taking the car down there, the yellow car.
Yep.
Right.
Senior's car.
Yep.
LS.
And The LS.
That's the LS car.
Yep.
Runs good.
Right. Yep. So we're taking that down there. That's Saturday. Now that's Saturday night because the Spring Classic's still at night, right? So I'm just setting this up a little bit.
I know where you're going.
Yeah.
I mean, remember when it came out? Go ahead. Go ahead. When the schedule came out? Go ahead.
The schedule came out the year before. It was the same way. But we got lucky weather-wise.
Yeah, true.
So here we go now.
True.
And then Sunday morning, okay, so it's a night race, right? So we go down to Grundy, and then we got to go to Slinger to race the very first points race of the 2025 season. The very next day, which means we have to leave at like 6, 7 in the morning, right? To get up there, because Slinger, I don't know if you're all familiar with it, but Slinger runs day races on Sundays.
Yeah, say through like Memorial Day.
Memorial Day, yeah, and then it shifts to night.
Yeah,
yeah, which is smart weather-wise, and it's Sundays, kids in school, and all that. You know, the whole thing leading up to it. So it's a busy weekend. It's a very, very busy weekend. Is what I'm getting at.
It's a busy 48 hours.
It's a busy 48 hours.
36 hours. I don't know. Do the math.
Oh, my God. You're so right. Yeah. So we're leading up to that. So you got 2 cars sitting in the shop ready to go. One for Grundy, one for Slinger. And the one for Grundy is looking, beautiful. We were over that day taking pictures and all ready to go for the Big 8 series.
I was here all night waiting for Fresh. Love you, Fresh.
Oh, yeah, love him, but
remember, I had to sleep on the couch. Oh, you wait till they hear the whole thing.
Yeah, start with that. Man, all right, the night before.
The night before, God, I had to sleep on the couch here, waiting for Fresh all night. That's fine. It looked great.
Yeah.
He always pulls it off for us.
Yeah.
It just might take a little.
He
might
does.
Be right up till, they're singing the national anthem and we're putting stickers on. But
or not. Yeah. All right. This is a story for another time, but putting the vinyl on inside the pavilion.
Oh, yeah.
At midnight, the night before the season opener.
Oh, gosh.
At Rockford Speedway.
That was a good one.
All right. That's another story.
All right. That's another story.
Yeah. All right. Thanks to Bobby Frisch.
Hey, man.
No, seriously, thank you, because they always look good. They always do. Bobby Frisch.
Frisch signs.
Yeah, Frisch signs.
Anywho.
So go ahead.
So we finally got loaded.
Yep.
And went to Grundy.
We loaded up out here.
Yep.
All right. Car looked great. Pictures all the way, load the car up.
Well, both cars looked great. It was probably the most prepared. Some of my friends that are going to watch this are shocked that we had 2 cars ready to go. We had tested, if you remember, Jeremy Miller let me borrow his truck and trailer for that weekend because it was a big deal. It was like 4 or 5 days we spent, me and Steven and Adam Pesci come up, and we tested that Slinger like on Thursday or something, with the white car.
Right.
So we were ready for opening day with the white car. Boom.
Right.
Come back to actually Adam took that white car to his shop, and he kind of worked on it a little bit, kind of just made sure all the, everything.
I remember that.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Great help. We were
Adam's
ready.
Adam's awesome.
We were ready to show up in championship form, defending champion, right? Anyways, we'll get there later in the story, but this is how prepared we were. And then we come back home and, finalize the yellow car, which was pretty much ready to go, and go to the racetrack for a 36-hour, whatever you want to call it, run at 2 championships.
Finally, you had 2 cars ready opening weekend in April. Finally. First time in your life, which is awesome. So that's,
it's how much it takes.
Yeah. Yep. So we loaded up.
Yeah.
Right. We're all out here. We all loaded up. Sun's out. Beautiful Beautiful freaking day.
Oh gosh, it was a beautiful day.
I don't think there was a cloud in the sky that day.
Not at all. Not at all.
So we head down to Grundy.
Yeah.
Grundy.
Down to Grundy. Yeah. Not one of my favorite tracks.
We're going to be wide open, right?
We're wide open.
It's not my favorite track.
I'm not
at all
putting frosting on this cake.
Yeah. Yep. Anyway.
But, we've had good runs there. Senior and I had run super down there for a little bit,
You're familiar with it.
Familiar enough, yeah.
Before these days.
Yeah.
With the big A.
We went down there opening day. We weren't too bad in practice, right? We're a little bit off there and just trying to get, I thought it was more the rear end that I really wasn't perfect with, but we showed up down there and the front end was perfect. I mean, the load with sway bar and how the cross member laid, your indicators was pretty spot on. So I didn't have to do much. I didn't have to do much in the front end there.
Yeah.
It's just trying to catch the back end up with it through practice, which you don't get a lot of practice. We didn't test there.
No.
So, you get your 6 laps and then your 4 laps and then, it's time to qualify.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Big 8. Big 8 series.
That's
how it goes. Fast.
That's how good you got to be to go to these races with, the people you're going to races with, these teams like sergeants and fielderbacks. I mean, they're spot on their front end package too, with their experience. So
they're ready.
You got to be ready. You ain't gonna go out and we'll see how it goes the first time. And
no, that's not how
there
that
ain't
works.
no first time. I mean, it's
it's true.
It's now.
Yeah.
It's now. So, yeah.
There was a lot of work going on. It paid off, but I'm not trying to jump ahead, but there was a lot of work going on.
Yeah. Well, I always got a game plan. You got to get this step, then this step, and then this step before you can get to your final step.
Right? You
got a plan going on.
You know what you're looking for the first time out.
Yes. You know what you're looking for.
Yeah.
And a lot of it's tires, and Chris takes care of that and getting our stagger right away.
Chris is awesome.
He is. And he was spot on that day. So. Yeah.
So, go through practice. Still not a cloud in the sky.
No, not at all. April.
Sunny, beautiful, right? It's our first day out, right?
Yeah, first Big 8 show of the year.
Everything's looking good.
Yeah.
After the last practice. Right?
Yeah.
Or were you?
Man, I didn't think it was that good.
Yeah.
We were getting closer, we're gaining, and I thought, man, I'd be happy if we qualified, third, probably fifth.
Yeah.
I didn't feel that good yet, but we kept making those gains on the race car.
Yeah.
And we got fast time that day.
Well, that's where we were getting to.
It lit a lap off, and I'm telling you, what I said about Grundy earlier.
It was the first lap, wasn't it?
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't. You know what I said about Grundy earlier? It's not one of my.
I know.
But when you get around there with a car like that, it's a lot of fun.
That's
actually,
a lot of fun, huh?
And that turned my head.
Yeah.
Like, man, this place is actually really fun.
Yeah.
Man, I mean, I couldn't believe the lap that we were able to lay down with what we had started with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So we were all excited. I mean, here we go. Qualifying's coming out, right?
Yeah.
You go out there, you kick ass one lap. I mean, you laid it down. We could all hear it. Anyway, I'm going to go into that, right? Because we're all standing around watching, and we could hear it. We're like, oh, my God, this is going to be a good lap. Bang, bam, right? Next lap, whatever it was, you know, how it works at different tracks or however, but we knew, man, that's a damn good lap right there. So go out there, first race, Big 8, Spring Classic, lay down the fastest lap of the day, right? Or at least into qualifying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
That was awesome.
Pretty cool.
That was
you
awesome.
got this car all ready to go that we're going to run at Slinger.
Yeah, this is our. Oh yeah, we never mentioned that.
We
this
didn't
is
mention
our
that.
Slinger championship
Weekly.
car. That car right there on the wall there. Our
Yeah.
Seniors. Technically.
Yeah. Yeah. For people that don't know. Yeah.
People don't know. That's Seniors race car. Right?
Yeah. Yeah. For the people that don't know, it is. And
got the LS in it.
Yeah. And it's a car who ran at Slinger, won the championship in 2024, and going to take it right back up there.
We're going to go
not on Sunday.
Because we chose my decision, we get into this technicalities, but I thought that the LS would run better at Grundy than the 10.8 would, right? Right. So I decided, that I'd run the yellow car, the LS at Grundy this weekend, then we'll run the 10.8 at Slinger. I thought the 10.8 would be a pretty good package. Like I said, we went and tested with it. But you're jumping in there with a new tire anyway for the first week versus last year. So it's not like, oh, you're so dumb, you didn't bring back the same car. Well, we're on a different tire. So I can juggle for a week, right?
Yeah.
Right? Because if you really know about it, then Slinger's off for a while.
Off for like almost 4 or 5 weeks.
Right.
Before we don't go back to Memorial Day weekend.
Let's bang this weekend out.
Get a good solid finish.
Get a good solid start to both, right?
To both.
And take your best guest package, which obviously I wasn't far off. I mean, we had fast time at Grundy.
Right.
Right. So it wasn't far off. So didn't mention that before, but
so in other words, the white car's sitting there ready to get loaded up for Sunday.
Yeah.
Although Saturday, the car that we were running was going to be the Slinger car.
Yes, that
all
was
season.
Intentionally going to go back to Slinger, of course.
Slinger.
Right. Of course. Right.
Right.
But,
all right, let's go back to. So you said fast time.
All right.
Right. Everybody's feeling pretty good. Hey.
Yeah.
Car's working pretty good.
Yeah, it was working.
Features are different than qualifying, and everybody knows. Hey, this and that. So it's a sunny day, not a cloud in the sky. Right. What did you do before the heat race?
Nothing really.
Yeah.
Nothing really.
Nothing you want to say.
No, I mean, it's wide open.
All
no,
right,
I really
wide
didn't
open.
do anything. You can go back in the notes. I really didn't do anything because, the car was platformed really well. So basically what, my thought process would be going into the heat race is, all right, Chris, let's see what it's going to do on lower pressures as you start because you qualified, you're aired up. You're ready.
Right.
So that's a different
Heat race, like what,
situation.
10 laps?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the first heat race of the year, I don't give a shit about heat races.
No, there is some points involved though, but
I know,
what the hell?
I don't care anymore.
I know because they wipe the points away. Yeah, but that'll be a whole different topic.
Yeah, but my point is, I'm too old to care about heat races.
I got you.
I don't even Slinger like middle of the year. The invert sucks so bad. I mean, you get stuck
It's a
in the
practice.
back of
It's a quick practice. It's like 3 laps of practice.
Yeah. Forget about it.
Yeah.
So, but what me and Chris, our process was let's see how the car reacts with the lower pressure. How long is it going to take to bring it up? You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
All right. So we just did that. We didn't make no changes.
Right.
Right.
So you go out there for the 10 laps.
Yeah.
Do you remember? I mean, I know it's the middle of it's the end of November now.
I think we got 4th or something in the heat race.
Yeah.
I remember being around, Sarge. He was battling pretty good.
Yeah.
But you're not sticking everything in there. And,
right.
I just remember watching cars. You watch.
Right.
You're kind of just like, all right, feel this thing out. How long is he going to bottom out, and then when's he going to bring it up? And then the cut comes in, right?
Yeah.
But you're also just watching. I'm watching his card, and I'm going to gauge how long it takes him to cut. Right. You're just kind of lollygagging in a heat race, honestly.
Yeah.
Especially when we did get fast time that day, so we started last or third row in a heat race.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, if you're starting front row on a heat race, then you get after it and get yourself a win. But when you're starting third row in a heat race, it's a heat race.
Yeah, it's a heat race. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So anyway.
So we're getting through it. So qualified first.
Yeah, we got 2 more laps to go.
Fourth or so. We said we weren't going to do these very long. We're going to talk about it. We're not going to bore anybody. You guys want to know the details of some things that happen. Well, here. All right. So fast time, 4th or 5th in the heat race, right?
Sure.
And what happened after the heat race? Did you make any changes going in the feature? Do you remember? I know it was a freaking long time ago.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, honestly,
changed a little
to
bit
everybody here. I mean, if I could have looked at the notes and probably I could go grab them and tell you.
Yeah.
I'm sure. I mean, Steven was on top of the pit box all day with numbers.
He was.
And
he was.
I know that he made some changes.
Yeah.
Right? Because it gets into nighttime.
Right.
And I know he was swinging the panner bar a little bit.
Right.
Right?
Right. Yep.
And all right. So you asked me. Yes, I know there was something with that.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously you're not changing springs or nothing. You're that close. You're not going to change a spring.
Right.
But,
right. Yep.
There was changes with that and warming the tires up for the feature. Let's just get into it. Right.
Right.
And, it was spot on.
Yeah.
And I'm not.
I think you said something on the radio too, like usual.
Yeah. The only time I ever talk on the radio is if it's good.
If it's good. If it's not good, you don't say anything. We're thinking,
but
he'll say something if he needs to.
Right. But man, warming the tires up, it was a rocket.
Yeah. It felt good.
Man. All right. I don't. Just. Yeah. But.
So we go out for the feature, right? Everybody's hopes are high. The first race of the year, April 26th. Got a car ready for tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
For the 27th in Slinger, or for the first time ever, right? All ready to go. Oh my God. So you start like 4th or 5th row, I think it was.
I think it was like 7th row.
7th row?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, I remember.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I remember at the drivers' meeting. Yeah, I think Jake said something, and Mikey probably said something, but the invert was going to be astronomical.
Yeah.
It could be astronomical.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's just dumb.
Right.
That's
it is dumb. Especially down there, fair board. That's what I always hear. It's a fair board. We went down there. I don't know how many laps was it?
Oh, I don't know.
April 26th.
2.
All right, we got to get into that, but no.
I think I walked back up and I saw Mikey, leading the last 4 laps. So 6
friggin' laps.
Maybe 6 laps.
2 friggin' laps.
As far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. But we've heard about the fair board, right? We go all the way down there to run 38 laps sometimes in the Big 8 series. But I think it might have been a few more last April. I'm not sure. I think they got talked into, maybe a couple more laps. But anyway, just to put that out there.
I don't know. My point is, I think we inverted 14 cars.
14 cars, yeah. Yeah.
That's what
if it's 100 laps, maybe that would make sense, but it shouldn't make sense. It should never be inverted that many.
You should never invert more than 75% of your, your field,
especially
ever.
We've been down there for 38 lap races. I think it was 48. The spring class, I can't remember. But anyway,
who cares?
So
we started 7th row, Chad.
All right, so we go into the feature, right?
Yeah.
Starts feature, car's feeling great.
Oh yeah.
Right now, Now, mind you, we're gonna run this feature now. We're gonna tell you about it. Junior's gonna tell you about it. 2.5 laps.
Yeah.
All right.
It
All
won't
of
take
it.
long.
All of it. So we're gonna start at the beginning. The green. Right. You ran the warm up laps. Car felt great.
Yep.
You said it. Everybody
hitting
knew
just
it.
right. Hitting just right. I thought, oh yeah. You know, when that comes up, you know, I'd really good cut.
Right.
Already.
Right.
I could fire. You know, you're thinking as a driver, you know, when they drop this flag, you know,
we're going.
I'm making moves.
We're going right now.
Right.
Not gonna wait. Not gonna sit here and wait.
I don't have to wait for it to come in.
Like happens a lot.
Right.
Well, sometimes.
Sometimes guys say that, you know, I'm gonna wait for it to come in. Well,
yeah.
I'm the one passing your ass, too, right?
Shouldn't say that happens a while. Once in a great while. Yeah. No. Usually you're the one like. Yeah.
Better be ready to go.
Yeah. So the green flag comes out. Go. Right.
Yeah.
You're rolling. You're rolling.
Yeah.
Feeling great. Everything's great, man. It was a long winter. Here we go. Right?
Yeah, I didn't think about that. It's your first
race, first feature
first
out.
race as a driver.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But I felt good. I know I was.
Yep.
You know,
do you remember everything? Because I'm gonna ask you some questions so that everybody, you know, no matter how much they're around racing or just listening to us right now, or you know, are you know, in the stands. So there's questions that they want to know about something like this that happens. But I'm gonna ask you some questions. But so you take off on the green. Here you go. I remember you started moving forward right away, and I was thinking to myself, oh, this is gonna be good.
Yeah,
this is gonna be good because it doesn't usually happen right away, and it kind of did that day.
I don't remember that so much as far as like, you know, I was with Sarge and I remember Mikey, I remember we were stuck on the top, you know, and Mikey was on the bottom. He got a couple lanes up, right? Right. And so you're keeping your eye on him, right?
Yep.
And, you know, you're keeping your eye on Sarge. And so Mikey had got ahead of us a little bit there on the inside. So I remember it kind of went backwards a little bit, but it's like, no big deal. Who cares?
Yeah.
I don't care. That's the way it's, you know, starts of races go. You go, you're there, you know, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But we're with Sarge, and that's not bad, right? And so just kind of rolling there for 3 corners. And then,
okay, let's set this up because it's been a long time, but I remember what I saw.
Okay.
But it's been a long time, and I remember you coming on turn 2, right? And you were coming down the backstretch on the outside. I'm sorry, you were coming down the backstretch on the outside.
Yeah.
And you were working your way down into turn 3, right?
Yeah.
With a head of steam.
Yep.
Right? What happened? Just little bits.
Little bits. You know, I come off a 2. You got to run. You know, you're setting your next guy up, right?
Yep.
And for me, you know, everybody's going to see it different. But for me, I will tell you, you know, I'm going down the back, and I got an open lane on this guy.
I saw that. I saw it.
Into 3, right?
Yep.
And it's a guy you want to get around.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
And he was full blown on the inside.
He was full blown on the inside. And so I went into 3 basically like I was qualified, you know, and maybe that's what, you know, screwed me up in this deal. But
well, I saw a little.
The guy he's there. He come off a 2. He come off a 2 on the bottom, and I'm just back there, but I got to run, and now he's off a 2. He stayed down. You know?
He did.
And so I got open back straightaway. Okay? So that's my back straightaway, and that's my entry point. So I went into 3 bonsai to, you know, set up the door. Right? And then I got this guy off of 4.
Right.
Right? I'm obviously going to be there. And when I went to go He turned right.
He did. I saw it. He did.
Turned right before he
turned right
left.
before
Dumbest
he turned left.
move in racing, by the way. You turn right before you turn left.
Dumbest move on the damn street, let alone racing.
Right? And I hit him so hard on the left front wheel to his right rear wheel.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Right?
Yep.
That there was nothing I could do.
Yes.
I mean, I hit him so hard. Remember that clear blue sky you talked about earlier? Right?
You were looking at it. Right? You were looking at it.
That's all I saw.
You saw Elvis where he was.
I saw Elvis
for a second.
And I thought, man, I remember thinking, when I hit him and I went out straight in the air, I thought, man, that's about all I could say to myself. Because at that point, you hit the ground, and then that was the wall. I mean, as soon as it hit the ground, crossed my way on the ground.
Let me set that up. Can I set that up for you?
Sure.
Because all right, you're back on the ground and you're going at the wall, right? But before that happened, that right turn before the left was clear as day. It was clear as day.
Yeah.
It was like when you're on the street, and people go right before they turn left. They come over in your lane to turn left, and you're thinking, "What are you driving a bus? Why are you doing that?" That went through my mind, was like, why are you going out there to turn left? And that was just enough. Put you up, put you in, and then now you hit the ground. Then what?
There's nothing I could do. I mean, I saw just the old boilerplate.
Yeah.
We talked about with Grundy,
Yeah.
I mean, it was right here.
Yeah.
There's nothing I could do. Yeah. People said, man, it looked like you didn't slow down. Well, I
couldn't.
I can't slow down if the wheels are off the ground.
The brakes don't work that way. The brakes don't work that way.
Looked like your tunnel stuck. No,
yeah.
I was flying, man. I was flying.
Maybe by the time I came back down, I might have even thought about having my foot on the brake, but god dang. Yeah, I was flying up. So you hit that wall and you went straight up. Okay, to address the elephant in the room, because there's a lot of people that want to know. They go, "Oh my god, what was that like?" Because I raced a lot. I've been in crazy wrecks and stuff, but I was on my door once, and all this, but I never flipped over. Have you ever flipped over before?
That was my first time.
So yeah. Okay, so the elephant in the room is, what was that like? I mean, here you are. Just to set this up for people who watch racing and have never been in a race car. When you're tucked in a race car, you got your belts on as tight as you can. You got a window that's that big to get out of, right?
Right.
And then you got your helmet on. You got all your stuff on. You feel as claustrophobic and as by yourself in life as you are in that race car, right? I might be being a little dramatic, but it's kind of cool.
True.
It's a whole different feeling when you're in that race car. You got one thing, you got your headset. That's it to the outside world. So you're all muffled in there and all this happens and you go up and now, man, we've seen the pictures. You're laying, flat ass on the roof and everything. And none of us knows what that feels like. So take us from the time that you hit the ground, up the wall, and how, I mean, just give us like some kind of description so that we can all understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it was a violent hit, obviously.
Yeah.
Right. Because, it's not like you rode the wall and flipped over. There's like Richie Bickle probably been in this situation or something, But, you went up and you landed. So now your car's on the track.
Yeah.
And then you hit the wall. You
Okay.
follow me?
You had two situations.
It's not like you bounced the right front up on you, climbed the wall a little bit, and then you rolled over. No, dude, we hit so freaking hard like this, and it just kind of like, I remember it like blowing off me, right?
Yeah.
And then, I was seeing sparks. I knew that I was going around. I couldn't stop it. You're trying to, control your situation, right?
Yeah.
And I couldn't slow anything down. And you get on your lid, and there's nothing but sparks, and you're sliding, I should say. You're sliding. And it kind of spun to a stop, and it's like, whoa, all right. I had my bearings.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Luckily, I didn't get knocked out. We'll talk about that later. I want to end that on a note.
Right.
But and you're just trying to get out. Now, what I knew, I had my bearings, so I knew when my dad was on his lid at Rockford at short track.
Right. Remember that.
And I was one of the first ones, ran out of the infield. We were pitting in the infield then.
Yeah.
And he had made the mistake of, taking his belts off first, and then he was stuck on the steering wheel.
Jon Reynolds Sr.,
yeah.
By the way, for those of you that don't know.
So I had enough bearing to me to, all right, let's do the right thing first, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I took the steering wheel off.
Yeah.
And that's hard to do because you're kind of amped up at the moment.
Yeah.
And you got a lot of adrenaline going on, and you're trying to think about how to take it off. Well, it's fine to take the steering wheel off. What if you're doing everything upside down?
You're hanging. Right? Your feet, your legs are hanging.
Think about, well, where am I at? Where is the steering wheel? I don't, right?
Yeah.
For a moment,
yeah.
So it was funny that way. I had to think about where the steering wheel was, and then how to pull it and get it off, and then you take your belts off, and
you got all your weight on your belts too, right?
Yeah.
So it's like
pushing up off,
yeah,
upside down. So you're thinking about everything backwards, but your hands got the belts off, and I was able to get myself loose quick.
Right.
Because you're also thinking about fire, and I don't want to burn up in the car.
No.
Nobody.
That'd be the worst feeling.
That went back to my dad's deal too. Was he was
covered with gasoline.
Yeah, he was soaked
with gasoline.
I mean, it scares me every time I think about it.
Yes.
Right. How close it was to
I remember
a bad
that
situation.
I remember that.
So, but nowadays we have more safety in the fuel cells and the rollover valves and everything. But back then we didn't have that, obviously.
Right.
But anyways, but you're thinking about that. I don't want fire.
No.
Right. So, but got landed under there, and I was able to, get myself in a position where, the guys were there.
Yeah.
The safety crew was there.
Yeah.
I cannot complain about that.
They were fast.
At all.
Do you remember me? Because they were asking me up in the tower, is he okay? Is he okay? And I remember I go, are you okay? And I didn't hear anything. And I go, are you okay? Are you okay? And I heard some static. And I was like, he's all right. He's giving me the static because the radio's not working. And I told him, I go, I think he's all right. I heard static. Like you were pressing the button.
I hit the button.
Yeah.
But as far as where the microphone was, or
yeah.
I remember hitting the button.
You could hear me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't hear you. Yeah. But we heard static.
But
and stuff.
I felt, as long as I hit the button.
Yeah.
It's a response.
It's
right?
a response. Yeah.
You're not out cold.
That's what I told him
right
there. Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But I get laid down.
You had enough other things to worry about.
Yeah.
Than that. Yeah.
But I just told those guys to drag me out.
So you just dragged you out of the.
It was the easiest, quickest way. I could have crawled out or got, jumped around.
Yeah.
I saw, you watch the videos of Johnny DeAngelis and his Dell's wreck. I mean, that was vicious, and he had to crawl out the right side. I mean,
right.
Man,
right.
I mean, you talk about claustrophobic.
Oh.
How to get out of the car with a helmet.
Yeah.
And he did awesome. But yeah, so I was just basically on my back, and I shoved my arms out and said, "Pull me out."
Yeah.
They're like, "What? You all right?" I said, "Shut up, just pull me out. Get me out of this son of a bitch now."
Yeah, then I can relax.
Right. So they did. It was awesome that they were
good
guys. They're like, "All right, frick it, we're just gonna drag this son of a bitch out of here."
Yeah, not all the.
We'll talk about it later.
Just drag you out and you're good.
Yeah, clear.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was wild.
it was wild to watch because, watching you through the years, I mean, there's wrecks and this and that, and we'll go into other races later and that, but when that happens, as dramatic as that looks, it takes a toll on the people in the stands. It takes a toll on the people that you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember like I was in shock for a second. I was like, "Oh man," you know, and but not just me, but other people around were like, I saw people in tears and stuff when they see that happen because it's dramatic. It's dramatic no matter what, no matter who it is, and that kind of those kind of situations play in something. You might slide up, hit a wall, hit another car, and everything, and